So this video is a response to a comment from Joss in response to the strength testing of better bike levers, particularly about the way they work together and the strength benefit you get of using two levers that are locked. The motivation in part for the design of the better bike levers is the fact that it's very awkward with two conventional levers and you're trying to get a tyre off a wheel to change a puncture. You start with two. You can either try and put them in close together like this, and although this is quite an easy one to remove, when you lift the bead, it can be awkward then with these levers close together to get them apart and continue. So then the temptation is to think, oh, perhaps I need to start with them somewhere apart. But when you try and do that, then maybe one works, the other doesn't, or you have uneven pressure on the levers. And I've certainly had the occasion then where one either pings off or snaps, and you're left then with a difficult problem, especially if you're at the side of the road. So with the better bike levers, as shown elsewhere, they lock together all along the length to give essentially the strength of one big strong lever. You can get the bead, lift it with confidence because these are some of the strongest levers out there, and then use the interaction between the levers and your Allen key or multi-tool to get them apart with these pivot features, and that helps you to get started with a gap between the levers, and then you carry on with the removal of the tyre as shown in the other video. Off we go. So I make the point then that these two levers locked together essentially are twice as strong as the lever on its own, and with these levers being made of carbon fibre reinforced PETG and 3D printed, they're some of the individual lever is one of the strongest out there, and then two together really gives you a very strong tool for removing the tyre. In the strength testing video then I've commented that they're super strong together, and Joss asked whether the two levers together really are twice as strong as one on its own. It's a fair question. In order to test it, I couldn't just go and test two of these together because they're too strong. My torque wrench doesn't go up to the 40 plus Newton meters we'd need to test that, and so I've made these weak ones deliberately. They're made of just PETG with no reinforcement, and as you can see they're deliberately thinner so there's less material, and they're going to break more easily in the testing. But all I'm going to do here is really see what happens then. We'll test the strength of one and then of two together. So with the strength testing tool, which has just got a ridge inside that the levers fit in to simulate the interaction with a tyre bead, and then all very home built, I can use the torque wrench to apply a bending force until they snap. This torque wrench, you may be able to see, it's 4 whole Newton meters added for each full turn of the adjusting screw. So we're going to start at the minimum measurable on here, which is 5 Newton meters, and then just go up and see what happens to this deliberately weaker plastic lever. And we get a click when we pass the test. So here's 5 Newton meters, and then a quarter turn makes it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've broken at 11, and so the maximum strength that it passed the test was 10. I'm going to repeat that with another one just so we can see. This time I will start at 7 Newton meters, just to sort of make sure we've got some repeatability. Because the levers tend to break at the tip, it doesn't matter about the different design between the left and right hand levers further down the length. So here's 7 Newton meters, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, same again. So we've passed 10, failed at 11. Good to see they're consistent. So now we have the two levers that interact, and we'll see how we get on testing those together. So here we are at 9 Newton meters, just to make sure we've got the right starting point. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, did that work? Yeah, 20. So now we have seen double the success rate, although we're obviously not terribly accurate. 21, 22, stronger than I was expecting. 23, there we go. So there's a limit to how accurate these tests are, but I think that does show that we can indeed achieve double the strength of one better bike lever, or indeed any levers if you can really make them work together. But the key thing here, of course, is that these interlock along their full length to give that increased strength.